Welcome into the session with Londa and David. It's our last episode in 2025. I'm David Austin.
I'm Londa Sherwood Austin. Welcome back.
I'm super excited to be here with you today.
We got the giggles right before we hit record and recorded a whole other intro, laughing hysterically through the whole thing and then realized we weren't even recording.
Right.
So welcome to, I don't know.
It's our final show of 2025.
It's a roller coaster of emotions, which I'd say is actually a pretty good intro into this week's podcast as a 2025 wrap.
Okay. So this is going to be kind of where we look back at the year that was and look forward to the year that will be.
Right.
I'm excited about that.
Well, this starts with, I saw another realtor who I love and respect and admire so much. I saw their social media, and they did their 2025 wrap.
Okay.
About, what they and their team did for the year, and it made me want to put a gun in my mouth.
Okay.
I use extremes. Calm down. I don't really mean that I wanted to do that. But it made me so depressed. I'm just being real.
Sure. So what depressed you? Was it the dollar volume? Was it the total closes?
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't the expense model.
The presentation of it was just gorgeous. Of course, everything that she puts out is gorgeous. And
how's Lauren doing these days?
She's so wonderful and so amazing. And I do admire and respect her so much. And she has a big, huge team, and they work in two different markets. And it's not fair that my brain compares the two, but I did. And that's when I decided that you're stupid, is what I said to myself.
Okay.
You're stupid. There's no comparison. I'm a single agent doing yes, we work together, but everything's under my name. So we're a team. Fine. We're a team, but I'm just saying, we're not a team like that.
Right.
It's we're and I'm not, it's apples to oranges. It's not even apples to oranges. It's apples to trout.
And
not even the same species.
And I've said to you, what's your goal? Do you want to have 30 agents working under you now that you're a managing broker? And your exact words were, ew, gross.
I don't want that. And yet the envy creeps in. So that's something, and maybe you don't have that. You're listening to this and you're like, I don't even understand, Londa, because I don't do that. I don't have everyone clap for you. I do. I struggle with it. And so I had to dial my brain back and go, okay, let's be realistic. We had a record-breaking year.
Sure.
My best year in real estate.
Yes.
Best year ever in real estate by a long shot.
Okay.
By $100,000.
Okay.
In gross commission income. So that's good. That's incredible.
Sure.
Absolutely amazing. I have to focus on what I did, right? Not comparing myself to somebody else, which is the rub of social media, right? I have to be on social media because that's where the lion's share of marketing happens. Okay. So if you're in sales and you're not on social media, you're just missing a big part of the opportunity.
Sure.
And I'm not willing to do that. The rub, though, is that I'm on social media.
Right.
And it can be rough sometimes because you see there's plenty of opportunity to compare. So I have to step back and say, okay, what we're not going to do is we're not going to compare my year to somebody else's.
Sure.
I'm going to look at my year and compare it on my own, to my own merit.
Yeah.
This year for me personally, had some really high highs and a lot of really low lows. Like it was rough in so many ways, you know.
Was I around when you were having your low lows? I haven't had any low lows this year.
Somebody help me.
What was I doing when you were having a low?
Not having as low of a low, I guess. Not having as low of a low.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like every day has been sun rays and honeycombs every single day.
If you ever wanted to know the difference in our personalities, this is it. This is it right here.
I once had somebody say to me, David, you're always on cloud 9, and I'm more like cloud 2. So I don't know how we can meet in the middle, but you're always way up here, and I'm way down here. And sure enough, yeah, that was true. But still, I'm not looking at sad stuff very often, you know? And when it is really crushingly sad, my ADD gets me out of it like that.
Yeah.
You know, if I see a squirrel, whatever that was is gone now. You know?
Yeah.
So that's good. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this is our year-end wrap-up. I don't mean to break the sad train that we were on. Let's talk about our year, not someone else's year.
That's what I'm doing.
Right. Let's keep doing that.
Okay. I'm thrown off my train now, my train of thought now. So you take it from there.
Well, we had a really cool year because we dialed in our branding so that Sherwood Austin Homes is a real thing.
Yeah, so we had some help with that. While we had, if you listen to this podcast, you know that our daughter Ada worked with us for a long time this year. And she was instrumental in helping us to do that, right? In getting all of that dialed in. And now we have a really good foundation to build on of all of that kind of stuff. And so that was a big win for sure. Also, in the fourth quarter, we opened a mortgage company and aligned ourselves with kind of a bank in a box, Expert Home Lending, and they allow me to operate as a DBA of Sherwood Austin Mortgage, which is a cool deal. So we've got that. We've brought on another licensed loan officer since then, who's also handling back-end operations for the company. So we've had a pretty big year. Yeah. Our year has been very different this year than the year prior. So the only way we can go from here is up. Well, that's what I was saying, you know, in a social media post. I said, if you know, don't compare your year to somebody else's. Just if it was a great year, build on that next year. And if it was a terrible year, do something different next year. And that's really what it comes down to. I'm not great at like vision casting as far as like visually vision casting. You know, people do vision boards and dream boards, that kind of thing. I'm not good at that. I got invited to a thing coming up actually this weekend that is that. And I really want to go because I really love and admire the people that are going to be there, but it's just not my thing.
No.
And I know I'll go through the motions and then I won't put that up in my office or anything like that. I've done it in the past and it never works for me. It sits up there like maybe you can relate to this. It sits up there on the wall with all these goals on it, like a bully. Taunting you about all the things I don't have.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I can't do it. It just doesn't, there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't work for me.
That's interesting that you say that because I was listening to a podcast of Jelly Roll. And he was talking about how trauma caused his addictive personality.
Sure.
He's lost like 300 pounds in the last year and a half, 300 pounds. And he was talking about he's had to get deep counseling to find out why he was eating.
I would guess therapy.
Yes, therapy, deep therapy, to find out why he was eating for 6 people by himself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he said the trauma displays itself in many ways. One of them is he sees his email as a bully. He doesn't look at his emails and he avoids them. And that is when he used to get up from his desk and go into his pantry and eat 3,000 calories of food. When he was looking at that, trying to avoid saying to somebody, no, I don't want to do that event. Thank you, but no. Instead, he'd avoid it and bury himself in a different activity, which then was eating. And I think that's been kind of his story since he was little. And something traumatic happened in his childhood that he replaced thinking about that with eating food to feel better. And one of the triggers he's noticed is his email. He avoids it like it's a bully. That's interesting that you said you see those things on the wall as a bully.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah. I've never thought of anything like that.
They sit up there like, ha, 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 see what you don't have? This is why I don't keep clothes in my closet that don't fit me.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. Clothes are too small. They got to go.
But then you miss them, don't you? And when you lose weight again, because it's an up and down cycle in life, people
sometimes,
bend and flex.
I've gotten
right?
rid of a lot of clothes over the years that I wish I still had, but I'm glad I don't have those ones that hung in there mocking me.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm glad I held on to all of my fancy dress shirts
that you don't wear.
That I do wear now because I'm smaller again. Now I have big dress shirts that I don't wear, but I used to have small ones that I didn't wear.
Okay.
You know, it's not remarkable to lose 20 or 30 pounds, though. It's not like Jelly Roll losing 300 pounds.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Well, we're talking about comparing ourselves to ourselves and not other people. We're talking about goal setting and how we all are doing it a little differently. And as you recap your year, you're thinking about what you're going to do for next year too. And that's a logical step to make in your brain, right? We're talking about recapping 2025 and you're already thinking about not wanting to go to a collage party to make your goal vision board. I don't want to go to one of those ever because that's crafts and I'm not good at crafts. I'm good at arts, but not crafts. I could draw. I can't paste. There's no pasting going on in my life. Anyway, now get back on that train.
Yeah. The gist of what I'm trying to say, I think, is what I said before. If you had a great year, build on that for next year.
Right.
And if you didn't, do something different. And I think, too, as we get older, our priorities change a little bit.
For sure.
I value freedom of time a lot more than I ever have before. You know, I want in the next year more time allocated to creativity and conversation and less time with busy, busy work or busy stuff, or I don't know.
So see, you don't want to be the head of a big real estate team.
I already said that.
Well, right, but you're saying it again in a different way. You don't want to have to be worried about people's things that they're doing right or wrong and worrying about all kinds of contracts. What you need to be doing is exactly what you did this year, focusing on our team, the two of us, and being available for friends and family and clients, and that's it. And you know what? If you do that, you'll be much more satisfied and you'll feel more fulfilled.
I want to finally, write another book.
Okay.
I mean,
that's a great goal for 2026.
Excuse me. I'm an allergy problem. Yeah, I mean, there's things, there's some creative, artistic kind of things that I feel a little bit locked away inside that need some room to breathe, if that makes sense, you know.
It does.
And how I'm saying that. It's hard for me to not feel overwhelmed with things, you know, when I start thinking about, well, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this and I want to do that. And maybe that's why the vision board seems like a bully to me, because it's just overwhelming. It's like, how the hell am I supposed to do all this?
Right.
You know? So I think you should try everything till you find what works for you.
Sure.
As far as like goal setting. I know some people, they set definitive goals. You know, your goals should be SMART, that acronym, right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
They're
SMART goals are sustainable, measurable.
Yeah, something like that.
Attainable.
I don't know. I forget.
Yeah, attainable.
Realistic
and
time. I think it's something about a time. There's a time frame, or I don't know. Anyway, but that's that's never worked for me either.
Right.
You know, I just kind of have always put my head down and thought, today's got to be a little bit better than yesterday was.
Yeah. That's good. I think
the problem is I work myself into burnout doing that. You know, head down, one foot in front of the other. I'll pick my head up at some point. Well, what happens to me is I pick my head up when I burn out, and, you know, typically my body collapses in some way. I have some kind of physical collapse. And so don't do that. But I think that goal planning, goal setting, all that kind of idea is as individual and unique as we are as humans.
Yes.
So there's a lot of different ways out there to try to goal set, right? Or whatever, forecast the next year, or New Year's resolution, or any of that kind of thing. So I guess try it all till you find something.
I see.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I'm loving Jesse Itzler, his big ass calendar concept. And if you don't know what that concept is, look it up, Google it. But basically, you have one year defining thing that you do. And then you have 6 kind of mini adventures so every other month, and 1 new habit per quarter.
Yeah.
And that's the gist of it. And if you do he's like, if you do these things, you'll have an extraordinary life.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of taking that concept into consideration this year.
I like that.
And looking at that, I think that's an easy. It doesn't seem overwhelming, except the year defining thing. That I don't know what that is.
Well, we will go to the Angola Prison Rodeo in April. That's year defining.
That's an event. That's not a year defining. I mean, if it
like
were...
our year defining thing this year was opening the mortgage company. That was year defining for 2025, I think.
I guess. Yeah.
Would that count? I would think it would.
I don't know. I mean, the examples that, he gives is a lot of very personal kind of things.
Like climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, I mean, run a marathon.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like physical health goals or whatever. But then there was also one guy, it was like, I learned how to write this code that I've been wanting to do. So it could be, maybe if I write another book this year, maybe that'll be my big year defining thing.
I want to learn how to effectively use AI for many reasons. Okay. I already use AI to edit our social media stuff, as it pertains to this podcast. And that's kind of cool. And it took a big jump over the last year.
I'm curious, how are you going to do? Like, are you going to take some classes?
Well, there are things you can do. There are some online things you can do to learn about it. And
that's cool.
They're advertised to me, by the way, every single day. And I'm certain it's advertised to me by AI, which sounds crazy. But someone used an AI program to advertise specifically to me about the use of AI. And I'm sure you've seen those on your cell phone too. Those, you're asking AI for directions when this guy created an app in 7 minutes by telling AI what he was looking for out of the app. You know what I mean? So I
don't get those ads.
I get those all the time. So I want to have a better understanding.
I get Tony Robbins going, do you hormone replacement therapy,
Right. And he's talking like this. He's got a big voice, and it's kind of, you know who he looks like? He looks like a mythical creature from the underworld.
No.
Like the Tim Curry Satan in the movie Legend, with the big horns and the angular face.
About, but okay.
In real life, he's like 1,000,000 feet tall. I'm a big guy. He's head and shoulders above me, right? And my little tiny hand going into his hand when I met him, it was like I was shaking one of our grandson's hands because tiny little David hand, big, huge Tony Robbins hand, Speaking
of grandson, I think that's another reason why the beginning of the year I feel very overwhelmed.
Because
going into the brand new year, because we have... So we've just come out of Christmas with our great big huge family.
Right.
And we go into January where we have 10 birthdays in the immediate family.
And we could have 11 because baby Lucy could come anytime in January. Could be February, but it could be anytime in January.
Yeah. So I do think that is part of my overwhelm. And then we have some stuff on the horizon that's going to be big life changes for us.
You can talk about that if you want. You don't have to.
I'm not ready to yet.
Okay. All right.
But
we're getting matching tattoos.
No. But and that's a big thing too. It's like, God, I just want to settle down and stare out the window and put pen to paper. You're wanting to learn AI, and I'm like, I want to light my kerosene lamp and you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
A little bit backwards. I think I'm a little overwhelmed right now with this life, and I don't know. I'm very grateful for what this year has been. And you're right. I stepped out of mentoring and coaching. I've been coaching business owners for 22 years, roughly, with the last 9 specialized in real estate. And last year, about this time, I thought, I'm pretty done.
Right.
Pretty done with that. I could feel the burnout coming again. And it was a little earlier in the year, but it was like about August of 2024. And so we made some significant changes that my own mentor had been telling me to make for 2 years. I'm my own worst client.
Sure.
And so finally took that step back and thought, okay, if I just, I've been trying to teach everyone else how to be successful in real estate. I'll take all those skills and just apply them to our tiny little team, Yeah. But not all of that turned out the way I thought it would either. So that was part of the big change of this year, big emotional things, that for me.
I truly believe everything turns out the way it's supposed to. And I'm not talking about some weird predestiny.
No.
I'm talking about dealing with reality. And if something goes a way that was unexpected, that's okay because it went the way it was supposed to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And you hear people talking about success isn't never failing. Success is failing again, failing forward.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I say all the time, success is not the ability to focus, but the ability to refocus.
And that's absolutely right. So what I would tell you, because you look a little misty-eyed about the way things are going in your life.
Well, no, not the way things are going right now.
Or have gone.
It's just there's,
Yeah. But I can tell you this.
Some dreams died this year, people,
Or they changed shape. And everybody involved.
No, they died.
Everybody involved didn't have the same dream.
I think though that's life, right?
Yeah.
That's life. That's why I say success is the ability to refocus.
Sure.
Because the truth of the matter is stuff goes sideways.
Right.
Things happen you weren't expecting.
Sure.
All the time. Very seldom do things stay the same. I was talking with a girlfriend recently and she was like, dude, I just need things to be boring for a while. Right?
Yes.
And I so understand that. Like that was, we had 2 or 3 months this year that were just nothing but tumultuous. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, that was rough. I'm grateful for it.
Sure.
Even though it was hard, and it got us here. And, but in the past, I would have looked at this year and I would have just looked at the numbers and said that year's a win.
Right.
Based on the numbers alone. But I've evolved as a human.
Right.
And the numbers alone isn't the win for me anymore.
Right.
So,
Yes. Here's what I can say about financials as they stack up for your year, right? Mm-hmm. If you made enough money to pay your bills, what an awesome year you had.
Yeah, right.
If you had trouble paying your bills, you were in a little bit of a recession.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't pay for your housing, you were in a depression, right? So when I plan my success degrees, the minimum success is making sure my bills are paid. Mm-hmm. Anything over that financially is a success, right? Hitting that, though, is the goal.
Yeah.
Anything over that's, a ticker tape parade banner year. But more importantly, getting to spend time with the people you love and getting to grow closer with doing the things you love with the people who you love. That's real success.
Yeah.
So I think our year has been rock star awesome because we've brought our business into our space, right? Mm-hmm. Which for me is awesome because I've engineered my life to spend 98% of it with you.
I'm excited to get into our new space.
Okay, tell me more about that. A moment ago, you didn't want to talk about it.
No, I know. We don't have to fully talk about it. We're getting into some new spaces in 2026.
Yes, and
we'll bring you along for it.
Sure.
We may have to take a little time off. I don't know.
I don't think we will.
Oh, God.
The look of this program is going to change dramatically in 2026. I can tell you that for sure. The look of the show, the session with Londa and David, is going to change radically. We may do one outdoors. We don't know. One episode outdoors. That could very well happen.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'm excited though about getting into some new spaces, on lots of different levels.
Sure.
And I didn't expect to be at this time in my life. I expected my life to be pretty Groundhog Day. When I was younger and I looked ahead, I thought, I'm just working to get to the place where my days just look pretty much the same every day.
Huh. Yes. I hear what you're saying.
And that's not at all what I have.
Right.
And it's not at all what I want either.
Right.
So I'm really excited to be in this place. Yeah.
All in all, if you had one paragraph to talk about the year 2025. One paragraph. What would you say?
25 or 26? Are we
25.
going back or forward?
This is our
this
is our reflection show. If you could do one paragraph about 2025, what would it be?
I don't know. That's a lot of pressure to put that.
Okay. I'll try my paragraph. Okay. 2025 was tumultuous. We had really good times and we had some tough times. We changed the shape and the size of our team. We grew and shrank, right? We started some new ventures. We went in different directions, and I played 384 rounds of disc golf. 2025 was an awesome year.
That's funny.
That's my paragraph.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
What would yours be?
Excuse me. I don't know. I mean, the whole year for me was one unexpected turn after another.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
And I am okay.
Okay.
Not everything has to be happy, positive.
Sure. No, it has to be true is what it has to be.
Yeah. One unexpected curve after another curveball, Cat. Just some good, some not good, some really terrible, some really amazing.
Okay. And what is 2026 going to look like? If you could do it in a paragraph, what would it look like?
For me, the goal is more freedom.
Okay.
Of my talent, my creativity, my time. I feel like it's going to be a year of a lot of giving of myself, a lot of sharing myself with people that I love.
I think sharing is a better word than giving, right? Sharing implies you're getting some for you as well.
Yeah.
Giving implies it's all for others. Sharing is...
Yeah. I feel... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's coming around the corner. I don't have any idea. We had some things we thought were going to be coming this year that aren't. They went away, and it's okay because we're still here and doing great. And I guess I'm just really open to a lot of opportunity that I'm not expecting. I feel like there's going to be things come that I'm like, "What? Oh, I didn't see that coming." Yeah. I came across something. We went to a fundraiser luncheon, I think, and the whole theme was the power of yes.
Yes.
And I came across one of their little things on my desk. I think it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is going to be a defining statement in the coming year.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
So let me tell you what my 2026 is going to look like, just so you know.
Okay.
Our year is going to be full of new faces, new friends, and new opportunities.
Okay.
That's what I see for 2026.
And I think those two things align pretty well.
Yeah. And I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it in 2026. I can tell you that right now.
208, how many? 380, how many games?
380 rounds of disc golf. 380
rounds of disc golf. And let me just make sure I'm getting this right. There's how many days in a year?
365.
It's a lot of disc golf, my friend.
I often play twice in a day. In fact, as soon as this wraps, I'm going to go play another round.
25 times you played twice in a day.
Yeah.
That's not
right.
often. A couple times a month you play twice in a day.
Oh, no, because some days I don't play at all.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And the only reason you don't play is if the wind is so bad.
That's right.
That there's absolutely no way you can.
And I played probably 6 rounds of disc golf in December that the wind was over 20 miles an hour. And believe it or not, I'm getting better at playing in crazy weather.
Yeah.
This morning, it was beautiful and not a lick of wind. And I did probably the worst I've played in a month.
You know what I did for this next year?
What?
I've already started it.
But
it. For this next year that I'm really excited about, I started rebuilding my home gym.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
That's one thing I'm super excited about.
Yep. I like that about you.
I haven't had a decent home gym in years. And so in probably 5 years.
Right. I remember the day we no longer had that home gym.
So I'm building it back, and I'm really excited about that.
That's going to be good. That's good. A little more fitness, a little more opportunity.
Now that I'm through the hernia stuff,
I hope my ankle is repaired in 2026 so I can get back to racquetball. I was talking to a buddy whose shoulder is not great, and he's not seeing himself getting back to racquetball anytime soon.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's not go out on a low note. Let's go out on a high note.
We're going to have a lot of opportunity.
Yes.
A lot of new faces, a lot of new friends.
Spaces.
And new spaces. And I can't wait till you can actually talk about that and feel good about it.
Probably the end of January, I'll be able to talk about that.
There you go.
One more month. Stick with us.
One more month. You just hang in there. And the look of the podcast is going to radically change in 2026. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
I've been teasing the look of the podcast changing for weeks
2 years.
and weeks and weeks, but it hasn't really. Anyway, for Londa Joanne Sherwood Austin, the prettiest girl in the world, I'm David Austin, and we'll see you next week.